What's up, everybody? Welcome to a playthrough of a game I have actually played before, so this isn't blind, but it's been a long time since I played it. In fact, you'll notice I'm playing the remastered version. And when I had played this game, there was no remastered version. It was just the regular version. So I don't even know what's different about it, but I'm a huge fan of point-and-click adventures. As you might have seen, like playing Spy Fox. I've played through 1 and 2 at this point. And those are some of the earlier point-and-click games that I had played as a child. And then, I played Myst with my dad. I played Grim Fandango. Before that was Full Throttle, which Tim Schafer, amazing creator. So I've always loved point-and-click games growing up, and I wanted to play this because I sometimes just search through Steam for point-and-click games, and I must have been doing that, and I found this and said I'll give it a shot. And I enjoyed it. I remember like some of the big stuff in the game, but I don't remember like almost any of the other stuff. So it is going to be a lot of me figuring out again. But I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be pretty fun. And yeah, so let's hop into this new game because I don't have. Like I said, I know I've played this before, but not the remaster version. So hopefully it all works well. Lovely music that I'm so excited to turn down because it's already way too loud. I do appreciate the fact that it's seems to have its own music though that I think kind of fits. Oh, cool. We're in the beginning where they're showing the game company. I don't care about this as much. I'm also a huge fan of the mystery genre in general. Wow. I'm looking at the levels for how loud this is, and it's really loud. Lucky me, I can turn the volume down on this later. Which I'm definitely going to have to do.
The Raven's heir. Soon as one of them's caught, another one takes his place. Hey, Harold, have you read this? Harold? Harold?
Uh-oh. Harold's missing. What year is this, you think? Could be any year.
Harold? You hear me? This is no time for fun and games.
Oh man, that animation. Whew.
Shh, calm down. I'm a copper. We're on the same side.
A copper? What are you doing here? And where's Harold?
Harold? Well, there's another guard back there unconscious. That's probably him. The Eye of the Sphinx. Where is it?
It's pretty suspicious if you're gonna show up
He hasn't got it yet.
You mean
like this.
the Raven's heir?
Shh, turn it off. He's gonna steal the eye.
But how do you know?
Doesn't matter. All that matters is that we catch him. Do you understand?
Yeah, but
Do you understand? You and me, mate, we'll be heroes.
I mean, this is clearly suspicious, right?
We just have to...
what?
Halt! Stop! You're under arrest!
Alright, epic music time, and... What, did he kill them? That explosion or something? It's so loud that it hurts, but I can't do anything about it right now, so I'm just sitting here wincing. Not that it will matter to you, but... Jan Thesson. Mark Koenig. What country do you think this is made in? I like the art style. I mean, I know this game's probably... It's old. I don't know how old it is. And when I say old, it's not old. It's a few years old. I guess 5 years, maybe 6 years. But It doesn't look bad for being like 6 years old, I guess. I feel like I'm watching a Disney movie. It's incredibly cinematic. Cool. It's the Hogwarts Express, right? Kind of want to skip this, but I'm not going to, just for your sake. Oh, this is the La Orient Express. I get very good Hercule Poirot vibes. I also get like Agatha Christie vibes from this too. Inspiration. I'm sure she was.
Hands up.
I don't have time to play. I'm on duty.
I don't remember that being the voice, but okay.
You're funny, but you don't look like a real cop. You don't even have a revolver.
Why do you need the gun?
It's the Raven. He was gunned down, so now I need a pistol.
Dead birds don't need guns. Nor do live ones.
You don't know who the Raven is, do you? He's the greatest burglar ever. He stole paintings from the Louvre and those priceless eggs with gold and diamonds and stuff. And Bobby Dobbs says he replaced the crown jewels with rhinestones.
Who's Bobby Dobbs?
I know who the Raven was. Although I don't quite buy that bit about the crown jewels. What's your name, boy?
My name is Matthew Miller.
And where are you from, Matthew Miller?
America.
From Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. But my mom and I
Dillsburg,
live in England
Pennsylvania.
now. She's taking care of some rich old lady. We're on our way
I'm
to
from
Venice at the
Dillsburg,
moment.
Pennsylvania. I'm not. That was a
We're
lie.
taking a cruise on a big ship.
I'm from Pennsylvania, though.
You've already seen half the world. I've spent my entire life in Switzerland.
Must be really boring.
You do know these days there are thieves far more dangerous than your old Raven. 2 days ago, a precious ruby was stolen from the British Museum. There was an explosion. A guard was severely injured.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what the papers say?
I'm gonna say, I feel like I just was able to see through his hat.
Zellner, monsieur.
Maybe not.
Anton Jakob Zellner.
Or did he pull a gun on you?
No, monsieur.
Get a move on.
No, monsieur. That's a...
Inspector
okay.
Legrand, it's a great honor to work with a celebrity like you.
We appreciate the support of the Swiss police, but it'd be better if you'd remain seated and keep an eye on things.
But monsieur, surely I can be of assistance somehow. I saw a safe being loaded.
We have everything under control.
Oh,
If
do
you'll
you?
excuse
Bet
me,
you don't.
I'll be in the first freight car in the back of the train for the rest of the trip.
I would love to ride a train like this.
I'm
Like
not
a-
here to
like a-
enjoy the beautiful scenery.
Like a real
I
train.
am a good observer.
Like
and
with a
I
sleeper
have
car, and
finally
bar car, and a
honed the
restaurant
powers
car.
of deduction.
Thanks to that,
I watched the people on the platform in Zurich. I know, for example, that man over there is
He's got a violin. Duh.
that would be more impressive if there weren't a violin case next to him.
And I believe that the gentleman in the next carriage is a German doctor on his way to Italy to take up a new position.
And what gives you that idea?
There's the rod of Asclepius engraved on his cufflink. And he's carrying a German-Italian dictionary.
Maybe he's just taking a holiday in Italy, following in Goethe's footsteps.
Too much
Goethe?
luggage. And no, he's not retiring to Italy either. The suitcases are too shabby for me to believe that he can afford to retire in his late 50s.
All right then, Constable.
Zellner.
I feel like this is the
Constable Zellner. If you're such a clever fellow,
50s?
what am I doing on this train?
I don't know. I think he's guarding something because of the safe.
Oh, really? And what might it be?
I really couldn't say. But it must be very important.
Why is that?
Because you are very important. They wouldn't have assigned the case to you if it were just a trifle.
Let's assume that we really are transporting something very important on this train. And let's assume that it really is my job to see that it arrives safely. Then why isn't the train crawling with police?
Give yourself away.
You don't want to arouse attention.
Evident, but why not?
It's a trap? I kind of feel like...
It's a trap.
You've got a vivid imagination.
I don't know if it's that, but I feel like that's more interesting.
Well, that is impressive, I admit. But the fewer people involved, the better. We'll get along fine without you.
You won't.
Won't? Pardonnez-moi.
I can help. And I will help. You're in my country. And I've been ordered to assist you. And that's exactly what I'll do. Whether you like it or not.
Clever and stubborn. Your commitment
Yup.
speaks volumes, Zelna. But this is my show, and I
I don't need you. Bon voyage.
But how do you know?
I bet you something's gonna go wrong, and then they will need him. I'm not saying that because I played this. I'm saying that because it's pretty obvious.
Oh, hello.
You cheated.
I did what?
I saw you talking to the German doctor on the platform. He told you everything himself, and you were just pretending to put two and two together.
Oh no, a lying
What?
policeman?
Do you know who that is? That's Inspector Nicholas Legrand. You have to impress him if you want to work with him.
I'm going to tell on you.
You'd really tell on me? To the very policeman who shot your dear Raven?
Whoa, it was him?
Look, I bet you I'm lying again.
Hunted and killed Europe's most famous burglar. That's how
Actually,
he got
maybe
his
I'm not.
start.
I won't tell him a thing.
I thought he said he did it. I
All
guess
right,
Legrand did. That makes sense.
I have to do my work now.
Everyone calls me Matt. Well, except for my mom. She calls me Maddie, as if I were a little kid.
Oh, hilarious. Go back to Pennsylvania,
Whether
buddy.
Legrand wants my help or not, I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe I can change his mind.
Maybe you can. Alright, tell me a little bit more. The sandwich paper.
This
Oh.
morning I thought I wouldn't be hungry because of all the excitement.
It's changed the text. Take it. Sure, take it. Never heard of sandwich paper, but okay. Paper napkin, beautiful. Other objects. Let's put over the apple core. Beautiful. We're cleaning up the train. Open inventory again and right click on the sandwich paper.
I wrapped the apple core in the sandwich.
He talks
paper.
about it, I guess.
That way I can carry it without making a mess of my trouser pocket. Still, I'd prefer not to have to carry them all day.
I should have read. What did it say?
The
There we
napkin
go.
came with the croissant I bought at the train station. A guilty pleasure. I don't need that either.
A croissant. I do love a croissant, though. Like, they're amazing.
Every table has its own waste
Yep.
bin.
That's always passing back there, is it not?
Every
No,
table.
it's not. Let's get rid of it. Dump the litter from your inventory into the ashtray on Zunder's table.
Every table.
Do I have to, like...
Every table.
Oh. Duh. Okay. I'm learning. Don't judge me.
All right.
Wonderful. Now, can I change the volume? Okay, so these don't do anything.
The violinist is a good-looking fellow, and he's traveling through the most. One can only hope that his violin is better tuned than he.
Let's talk to him. Or look at him first. He's very nervous.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Are you traveling to Istanbul non-stop?
No. I'll transfer in Venice to a ship. I'm on my way to Cairo.
Cairo.
At
Cairo!
the reception in the Egyptian museum there.
Oh, good for you.
I'm sure your recital will be a great success. But tell me, did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Anything
It's a very
unusual?
Persons
strange
acting
question.
Suspiciously, for instance.
For heaven's sake. Is there cause for concern?
That's what you
Everything
do,
is
you
in
scare
order,
people.
Sir. We Swiss are just very cautious people.
I understand. No, I didn't notice anything.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
There could be many reasons for my money's on alcohol. The violinist is a good one.
Okay, that's enough.
The
What was
Vicarage
this
in
book?
the Mirror, a detective novel by my favorite author, Lady Clarissa Westmacott. For
Never heard of her.
years now,
I don't know if she's
tried to
real,
convince
actually.
my theater group to stage one of her plays.
Can I examine the
I'll
book?
leave it there. I'll pick
Okay.
it up.
It's not. So can I go that direction? How do I, like, go to different rooms? Do I just click
Very
like that?
kind of you.
I guess I do.
Thanks.
Oh, what the hell?
Pardon me.
No problem. The uniform is waterproof.
Oh, I guess it is. But it's not water. That's
Professor
tea or
Edgar
coffee.
Lucian.
Oh, a professor. Are you a scientist? Do you teach at the Sorbonne?
No, I work at the British Museum in London.
You don't say.
You don't say.
So you were, shall we say, an eyewitness to the burglary 2 days ago?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Why not?
No?
Well, there was a lot of commotion, but I didn't really pay much attention to it.
There was a break-in in your museum,
And it didn't concern you?
Well, let's just say that nothing that's happened in the last 2,000 years concerns me.
Good for you.
May I ask where you are going?
Of course. To Venice.
Oh,
I'm
popular place.
going to meet some colleagues there.
Why is everyone suspicious?
A beautiful city, or so I'm told.
Indeed. But I really have to take my leave now.
Just a moment, please. The famous Inspector Legrand is on this train. I imagine you know him.
No, should I?
You don't know him? And
I feel like
you
nobody knows
also
him but
don't
me.
know what he's doing here?
No. Why should I?
Just a thought. You're a representative of the British Museum. There's a guarded safe on the train.
I'm
Should we
sorry.
really be talking about that?
I don't know what you're trying
Is that
to
not
imply.
supposed to be secretive?
Now, please excuse me.
Maybe he's just saying like, hey, you clearly know what's up,
Notice
and I'm
anything
aware too.
unusual on the train?
Here? On the train? No. I can't say that I have. Although I did spend most of the time in my compartment.
I don't want to take up any more of your valuable time, but you do understand, don't you, that what concerns me is the present, and especially the robbery at the museum.
Where was the museum located?
Of course. It's just... I'm in rather a hurry.
You'll get in touch if you notice anything unusual, won't you, Professor?
Of course he will. Why wouldn't he?
What's this?
What's the matter, sir?
The
It's
door.
locked.
I can't open it.
Ah, we'll sort it out somehow. The compartment is locked.
But I didn't lock it.
Yeah,
I
are you
didn't have a
sure?
key. I asked the steward. He was going to bring me one, but he never came back.
Someone locked it.
Maybe he's dead in there.
Find the steward. He needs to bring me the key immediately.
Calm down.
I bet you the
Professor.
thing that
See
they're
what
trying to
I can
watch
do.
is in there.
You don't understand.
Like the safe.
I have to get back in my compartment.
All right.
Shouldn't have
Just
left
wait
then.
here.
Very good. Oh, where's all that writing? Wait, my wallet? I have a
I
wallet?
bought it last week at a flea market. I like it because it tells a story. I suppose
Okay.
the previous owner bought himself a new
Okay.
pills
Pills.
for my heart. I'm supposed to take one if I... My daughter insisted that I take them with me. She was strongly, but I wasn't about to change my mind.
Okay, whatever.
Perhaps a thoughtful conductor note...
Examine the locked door. Okay, yeah, sure. What's that?
The little label on the door reads Baroness von Trebitz. Blue...
Okay. Enter the saloon car. I bet you it's gonna look super cool too. I'm really excited to see it. So far, looks boring.
I don't believe it. I never thought I'd ever meet you.
Pardon me, but we'd prefer... It's all
That voice sounds familiar.
I'd like to speak to the inspector.
Unfortunately, just a constable, Lady Westmacott.
I had a feeling it was going to be the
for the fifth time at least.
author of
That's
that book.
nice, Constable.
Zellner. Anton Jakob Zellner.
This is my companion, Miss Miller.
A pleasure. May I ask
What are you doing here?
Are you on holiday?
Holiday? Yes, so to speak. The first and last holiday of my life.
Madam?
I've been writing since
Planning
I
on
was a
dying?
little girl. It became my job, and now I've stopped. So, this must be a holiday.
You quit writing?
Impossible.
Impossible. I have all of your books. Your Detective Partout is my favorite character.
Okay, she's clearly based off of
News for you. I came
Agatha
here just
Christie
off years ago.
and like Poirot.
I don't.
I might be saying that wrong. It's a French name. I think it's Poirot,
Oh, well.
maybe. Where are you traveling
Are
to?
you traveling to Istanbul, Lady Westmacott?
No, we are on our way to Venice.
The other hint there is like the
From
Murder on the
there,
Orient
we
Express
take the
is an
country.
Agatha Christie story,
As you
so
may know, I have a penchant for archaeology. I fund a few excavations in Egypt. I traveled to Egypt by ship as a young woman. And now I'm doing it again as an old woman.
I see. As a writer, you must be very observant. Am I right? I mean, you have to study the behavior of people around you to create the characters in your novels, don't you?
I solved the mystery of human nature a long time ago, Mr. Zellner.
Bet you
Since
didn't.
then, most people just bore me.
Really? I had the impression you were eyeing me suspiciously as I came in.
What do you want to know, Constable?
I'm more curious about the
Did you notice
archaeologist.
The man who just walked into the next carriage with a cup of tea?
I did. He seemed nervous. He was waiting at the bar for the steward, and since the steward never appeared, he elected to help himself. He took 2 biscuits.
He seems pretty young, but he's already a professor at the British Museum.
Interesting.
Good for him.
I'll have to talk to him later. Just out of courtesy, of course.
Of course.
Of course. The violinist.
Did you notice the blonde man with the violin case?
No, she doesn't like him.
I certainly did. He introduced himself and tried to make a good impression. People like him are drawn to wealth and fame, like moths to a flame.
But his charms failed on you.
I know him by name. David Kreutzer. He was a drain on my friend's purse.
Do you think he has a money problem?
People
Yes.
like him always have a money problem. No matter how much you give them, they always spend twice as much and complain that they have far too little.
Did you notice anyone
Well, there's
else?
clearly someone back
What
there
about
in the
the
newspaper.
I notice that you've asked me about everyone, except for the inspector who went in the direction of the freight car a few minutes ago. Isn't that the Frenchman who made his name when he caught the raven?
I wouldn't quite say caught.
Well, shot. Why don't you ask me about him and my theory about what he's doing here?
I don't think we should discuss Inspector Legrand's investigation in public.
Legrand, right. That was his name. Will he save the day again? Or will you, Constable?
As much as I'd like
Is there a
to
reason
ignore
why I need to save the day?
calls,
You were right.
Madam,
I did observe you as you came in. You seemed so eager.
It's been a long time since I've had a chance to prove myself, madam.
And this is it. Your chance.
I do
Maybe.
hope so.
Then grab it. Even small people can make big changes, as my friend Ronald likes to say.
Ronald
I'm
Reagan,
sure my
probably.
best.
I doubt it. Well,
Mrs. Miller made a good impression. She wanted to protect Lady Westmacott, but
Cool.
I imagine
Enough.
she has her work cut out.
alright. I want to talk to this guy over here. Look behind the bar.
I suppose the steward won't object to me having a look around in his absence.
Oh, I didn't want to do that back there. Oh, what's this?
Pad on which the steward empty. Maybe he didn't use.
Can I take the pencil?
Don't need the pad.
Butterscotch. I do like
I've loved
butterscotch.
them since- Their only drawback, they don't.
Oh, take some sweets? Yeah.
The
Scissors.
steward probably uses the scissors on how to open. These
But he
days,
does.
Nearly everything is sealed up.
Depends what year it
I'll
is.
leave the... Perhaps he...
Open the damn drawer. Locked.
Locked.
I was thinking maybe I'd find the key back here, but clearly I didn't. Does that look like a hammer? What is that? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
The drawer is locked. And the steward a shortwave radio.
I guess with a key, which I don't have, I'd be able to open. Alright, let's take the little hammer or razor and go away and talk to this cool looking. Okay, he doesn't want to. Never mind. Maybe he does. This is probably the doctor that they just talked about.
Right.
How does he know my name?
Tell me, did you notice anything suspicious here on the train or in Zurich?
You mean, except for the fact that my suitcase was stolen on the platform? No. Is there any reason to be concerned?
No, just routine.
Constable Zellner, please don't think I'm naive. I spotted the inspector from Interpol. Legarde is his name, if I recall correctly.
Legrand.
Close.
If you say so. At the train station in Zurich, he put a cash box into the safe, and then kept close watch as it was loaded onto the train. Don't tell me that a man at his pay grade routinely tramps across the Alps just to keep an eye on cash boxes.
A cash box? Like the ones you'd find in safe deposit boxes?
Precisely. And
What
I
was in
believe
it?
we both have a good idea just what's inside.
I don't.
I do indeed have a theory, but...
Is it
what's
jewels? I feel like it's probably jewels, even though it keeps saying
Was
cash box.
stolen in London. One of the legendary Eyes of the Sphinx. The second jewel, an emerald, is rumored to be in a Swiss bank vault. If
We
I
are in
remember
Switzerland.
correctly. Both jewels were supposed
must be,
to
'cause
exhibited
this cop.
together in Cairo for the first time in 50 years. It does make one wonder.
Indeed. Any news about the robbery in London?
Quite something, wasn't it? It must have been
Well,
professional.
it would have been a burglary originally, but because he injured the people,
The world.
makes it a robbery.
Most impressive.
People
Oh, that's
were
Pennsylvania law. I don't know how that applies over there, but
One
Sure.
cannot execute a robbery of that scale without collateral damage. It seems like the Raven has finally found a worthy successor. We can look forward to new and spectacular coups.
I'm afraid I won't enjoy his exploits this time around if the new Raven is so reckless.
That's your prerogative.
May I borrow your newspaper?
You can take the section with the article on the burglary. You're interested in that bit, aren't you?
You got me out.
Here you go.
Dankeschön. There's something else. Do you know where the conductor is?
I'd like to know that myself. I told him
Probably
to
in
search
front of
for
the
my
train.
missing suitcase in Zurich. He hasn't got back to me yet. He's probably in cahoots with the thieves and didn't bother getting back on the train. If we don't crack down on vermin like them, the rabble will rule the world one day.
why aren't you talking to the police officer more about the issue with your
He is not
suitcase?
here
Why are you
doing
talking to
his
the
job.
conductor?
That's
This guy's a
fair
cop.
Auf Wiedersehen.
That's his
Dr.
job.
Gebhardt.
Goodbye, Constable.
Speaking
It was
German.
A pleasant chat, really.
They speak German in Switzerland? I should know that. Don't know that. Hey everyone, thanks for watching me play The Raven Legacy of a Master Thief. If you've liked this video, hit like, hit subscribe, leave me a comment, tell me what you want to see me play next. Whatever. I look forward to hearing from you. Stay tuned for the next episode.